All right, the question on everyone's mind is when am I going to get my 2023 Ford Maverick built? According to the Ford Authority, they're going to start production in October. That's in a few weeks from now, actually, the end of October, more towards Halloween. But my assumption is they're going to start building the 2022 rollover orders and then get people's orders out due to priority, which is interesting because I'm priority 19, which is I'm like a normal pleb order, so it's going to take me a while. But this is the time they're going to build the hybrids and the EcoBoost. And if you guys didn't know, they build the Mavericks on the same line as they build the Broncos. And you can actually see the scheduling if you go to the Maverick Truck Club. They post the scheduling for the production weeks for each week of the month. And this is the time the Broncos get built, the Broncos Sport, and then if you notice, they get built on the same days as the Maverick. See the 19th. So the Bronco Sport and the Maverick are on the line on the same day. But that's so you can kind of tell when your truck is being built. So they're scheduled actually for different times and dates. And if you go to this website, the Maverick Truck Club, they have a lot of good information on the forum over here on pricing, productions, and tracking, and you can just kind of see what's going on. So one thing to note though, which I find interesting, was actually the sales numbers on total Mavericks sold. I'm just talking about the U.S. market. So this is for last year. You can see when they opened up the order banks and they started taking orders. This is how many total Mavericks were, I guess, sold during this time in August, and it was 4,800, which is interesting because that's the Ford Authority. But if you look at the car figures on how many were actually sold, so from January to August is 3,800, and I just divided this by how many months. So it's about 4,800 ish cars per month, and they're trying to build 100,000 cars by this year because everything's up and running. They're not having the same supply chain issues, and they also had like a month where they had like a major shutdown, so it took time to, that's why there's so many delays and back orders. They just didn't have it running very smoothly, and I'm hoping, keyword hoping, that it'll be a lot smoother than it was. So it'll be interesting to see when we get our trucks built if it will be faster. But according to these numbers, we'll just have to wait and see. Someone actually made basically a picture on this is their what they want to do. So they're assuming they're making 100K Mavericks was all their orders on the hybrid and the gas. They're going to make more gas than hybrid. This was kind of like someone's guesstimate on how many of each model were going to be made. And you can kind of see that the XLT is by far the most popular model that people are getting built, and this has a lower priority, so compared. But one thing I want to note, they didn't put any information on the Tremor models. So these numbers are definitely be askew. But this is a kind of like, what they're assuming they're going to build. How long is it going to take? That's a great question. No one has a definite answer on how long all this is going to take to get built. But we do know we have a lot of orders put in. The order banks have been closed. And we're going to have to basically wait until they, do productions and how many are sold. You look at what Ford claims what they sold. This is an older one in January when it just came out, and there wasn't many Mavericks sold at all by trucks. But you could see that it was only 6,000 over here, so it was nothing. But it's kind of interesting that their numbers are different, which I thought was interesting. So you got 6013, and they have, I guess it's the same, 513. Yeah, same. But it's different than the car authority. But I would just go by what Ford is saying. Anyways, so when are we going to get our trucks built? Great question. I don't think anyone's going to get any trucks because they have to be built and delivered. I don't think anyone's going to see a 2023 until probably at the earliest late December. Late December, and that you're probably going to be a 2022 order that's been rolled over, or like someone that's been holding on for a long time. So I think the first people getting the 2023 will probably be late December at the earliest. And as long as there's no problems in production, COVID-22 or whatever happening in the world at the time, I probably won't get my truck until probably December of next year, even probably definitely sometime in 2024. I'm figuring it's gonna probably take me about a year. I'm just being realistic. It's gonna take time. I'm not gonna call and complain and bitch. I'm just gonna keep track of it like everyone else and wait and complain on Reddit and make more YouTube videos. So that's the plan. I'll go ahead and let me know what you guys think when you think it's actually made. Like I said, this is all just hearsay, but I'm just kind of comparing on what they've done last year to this year, and if they can keep up with the production and if they're actually going to hit their mark. So only time will tell, and we'll have to wait and see. Leave a comment below and let me know what you guys think, and I'll respond to you there.